Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Kraft Dinner. So before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And yeah, so let's start. So first you want to take your pot and fill it up with hot water. And then just let that fill up around halfway, because once it starts to boil, it will like bubble and stuff, and we don't want it to overflow. And right there. And then after that, you're gonna take your pot full of water and put it on the burner. Usually I have mine in between like 6 and stuff, so like 5. And then yeah, you're just gonna let that boil. And I'll be back when it's done. Okay guys, I'm back. And it's starting to boil. Here you can see it's bubbling and everything. But before we dump in the Kraft Dinner, I usually add a bit of oil, like around 1 teaspoon. So that's 5 milliliters, I think. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna pour that out into the cup. Whoa, yeah, it spills and it comes up very fast. That's it right there. Okay, 3, 2, I'm gonna dump that in. Now I need to wipe it up. See guys, you guys can see I just spilled like a bunch and stuff. So now that in the oil, I find makes it bubble more too. So yeah, I use the tear. And then next we're gonna come back over here to our Kraft Dinner, and we're almost ready to dump in the Kraft Dinner. But first we need to wipe up the oil that spilt. So yeah, once it starts to bubble, like it's actually boiling, you know, this is boiling. Next, yes, we'll get to, I like to eat the the cheesy shells, but you guys could do like any type of Kraft Dinner that you like to eat. So this box is kind of open. I just ripped the piece off, but I didn't even get it open. And so I almost have it. There we go. Got my finger. So then next, you're just gonna pull out your cheese packet that you get in there, and we're gonna go dump in our cheesy shells. So mac and cheese isn't something that you can like go up and play on your iPad for them. You have to be like kind of watching it, because the noodles can like burn if they sit in the bottom for too long, and because then you won't know if it's ready. So yeah, then we're gonna dump that in, and we're just gonna kind of spilled a bit of water. We're just gonna kind of let it sit in the pot for a bit, and we're gonna come stir it up in about 5 minutes. So yeah, I'll be back when it's time to stir. We're back, and it's been around 5 minutes. So it's boiling a lot now, so it's definitely time to stir, because we don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pot and burn. So I always let it cook for a bit, and then once I think that it's kind of like absorbing the water and stuff, and it looks like it's getting bigger, I take one out, I let it like dry off and cool down, and then I always let it taste test to see, because if they're still crunchy, then it means they're not ready yet. But yeah, so I like to put my spoon over top if it starts to rise and overflow. Put your spoon over top, and all the bubbles just go down. So yeah, but we'll be back when it's time to test. Well, actually, I could probably test right now. So this what it looks like so far. Definitely not big enough yet, just by the looks. We'll taste it. Yeah, it's still pretty like stiff and hard. So it's definitely gonna need like, I'll test it again. It's 1:59 right now. I'll test it again at 2:05. So that will give us a little bit of time. And I'll probably, yeah, test it again at 2:05. Or no, maybe 2:02. That sounds better. Okay, be back. And then, so I'm back early, just so that we can start setting up. So first you want to set up, I'm putting this out, this pot thing, so that it doesn't make a big dent in the counter. And then we'll go in here. And I always add milk to mine, the cheese. We have some margarine / butter, you know. And then I always get some protein powder. So this is the protein powder that I use in my smoothies too, because this has no taste, but it just gives you a boost of protein. So it's 2:02 now. I'll show you the time. 2:02. We'll give it a stir real quick. Give it a stir. Now we can probably test it. It looks like it's getting better. But like, I test it because you don't want it to get too mushy. Like if it gets too mushy, then it will just be like a mush in a pot. So let's taste. So it's definitely squishy enough. It kind of looks like it's gotten bigger. Now let's taste. Oh yeah. Maybe like another minute or so. Another minute or two. And then it should be definitely done. It's not as crunchy as last time. So I'll be back. Oh well. 2, 3. I think we'll just give it another little bit. We'll give it another stir. Oh yeah, it's getting like it's absorbed a lot of water. Look at all that. But before we take it out, there's one more thing I need to get out before we start. So the final thing is all the way in the back of my cupboard. A drainer. So we're gonna put that in so that way it can drain. And now let's go ahead and get the pot. So first we'll give it one more quick stir, and then now we'll turn off the burner, and we're gonna bring the pot over here. Sorry for the background noise, guys. Yeah, that definitely looks good enough. I don't really know what it's at, but anyways, yeah, that's all Kraft Dinner. Look at that, draining the water from it. And then you always put the Kraft Dinner, well, I always put the Kraft Dinner back, so we'll put it on the placemat first. And then I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna dump it back into the pot, because why not? So I just put like a noodle or two, every single noodle there. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and first I do usually around 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna try putting this spot where you're gonna see. Okay, so yeah, 1 cup, and milk. So we're gonna go ahead, grab the milk, and I usually pour it over the pot because just in case it spills. Yeah, see it spilled a little bit there. Dump it in, and then of course I'm gonna go ahead and grab my wooden spoon that I forgot to bring over and just mix that up a bit. After that, we gonna have to move you to the kettle because we have to add the protein powder soon. So next we're gonna add cheese. I love cheese. On it, you guys, I know some people buy it and then they just don't use the cheese, or they add like real cheese. My dad likes to start adding real cheese to it with this, but then I find it too cheesy and sometimes stringy, and sometimes it just tastes different, but it don't taste good. But I still like it, just when I'm in a certain mood, it don't taste right. Okay, now usually for protein powder, 4 scoops of the protein collagen powder. I always like to pat it off and make sure it's smooth in the bowl like this. Scoop it up and then just give it a little shake. And I always clean off this part because I don't know why it sticks there. Okay, 1. 2. There you guys go. 3. 4. Boom. That's usually how much I add. And then now we're just gonna mix it up really good. So pull this over here. Wow, yeah, let's mix this up. So I added that sometimes, and then I usually, why I add only 1 cup, 1 tablespoon, is because then I usually add another like half cup, well, half like tablespoon sort of thing, you know? So like you can switch to like 1, 2 of these, or you could just do half of them. So I'm not gonna try and dirty a bunch of dishes. I'm just gonna use that one. So that looks like it's mixed up enough, except I think I still see some, like they almost look like they're cheese curds because that's how thick it is. But that's why I add what I add. So that's why I'm about to add in some more. No. And then, whoa, yeah, so that wasn't even close to half. But then, because I poured in a little bit extra, I just added half of it back into the milk thing. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and get a bowl. And then mix that up a bit more. And then I usually do a couple scoops into my bowl. Well, I'm just gonna pour it, you know. I usually have like half the pot, as you can probably tell right now. And then I like a little pepper on it and a little bit of salt, because the pepper makes it spicy. It's actually kind of good. So I'll show you. So, can you guys see the bowl? No, you guys can't. So I'll move my potty pot, my beautiful pot there. And so then we have table salt, so then I'm just gonna pour a little bit. Oh no, I poured way too much. You guys, that's how much I poured. We're just gonna add a little sprinkle of that, and then the rest can go in the sink. Next is salt. This is around, 1 minute guys, I'm gonna grab a spoon to eat with. There we go. Oh, it's still wet. Wipe that off. Gotta wipe it off somewhere, so just go wipe it in the cloth, guys. Okay, now my pepper, paprika. Joking, it's not paprika, it's just pepper. But how much I'll add for now. Mix it up. And that's your craft dinner. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on this journey with me and making cheesy shells. Cheesy shells.